Good afternoon. We're the group for SDG number 11, and we particularly focused on the idea of public transportation because, in our opinion, all of the SDGs are equally important. It's impossible to say the need of one SDG triumphs another, but we think that public transportation leads to the development of basic economic infrastructure, which people consider to be more important than other ideological or political related SDGs. So we took a look at what kind of countries have underdeveloped infrastructure when it comes to public transportation. And according to a 2014 report from the American Bank, most of those countries are located in East Asia, Africa, or South America. One common thing about these countries include countries like Cambodia, Brazil, the Philippines, and so on. And one common thing about these countries is that they utilize leftover parts and equipment of stronger countries left behind during world wars because they do not have the capacity to develop their own public transportation system. So, because of this, we decided to see what we can do to help these countries because they obviously cannot develop these things on their own.
So we decided to look at a very advanced country in public transportation. So we choose, and we all agree that the Korea has one of the best public transportation in the world. So we look at the Koreans' public transportation, and they are basically categorize their territories into 6 or 7, and then there are local governments running their public transportation by themselves. And the Korea is categorizing the public transportation itself into 8 things. Depends on their method. Depends on their outside method. Which is our intercity bus, flight, train, express bus, subway, and water, and plus call taxi is public transportation in Korea. So based on this, we also searched that how this kind of things are evaluated under the UN's guideline.
And I searched about the UN's guideline in official sites, and there are 5 indicators in there. So first of all, the country has to build an integrated transportation system with 13 routes. And second of all, they have to make their main highways in their country. And third of all, they have to make some air and seaport accessible place for that. And fourth of all, and they have to make some inland logistics centers, and they have to assess with 30 minutes in everywhere. And last of all, the 5th indicators is that a large integrated transit hub center combining transit and commercial and culture facilities were constructed and expanded. And those 5 indicators are also, it's just the indicators to evaluate how countries are developed in transport systems abilities.
And the last thing we discussed is call to action. The first one is create national level expert group to approach high quality transport system, like Korea adopt German highway system or French transport system. And second one is allocate funds. That's it.
Thank you.
Any, you can stand there. Any feedbacks regarding their presentation? No? Yes?
I think it is the same feedback that she gave the form for the group. The spread of the time that they use too much time, and the bell is ringing and they start this. So I think that is the main problem of how we can share the time. But it is the problem with that we have a really short time to prepare for it. I think we have the same mistake. Yes, that's all.
All right, that was very good feedback. Anything else? Anyone else?
Well, I liked the flow though, where they organized. Yeah, I thought
They
that
give
was really
little
good.
introductions to the
Right.
next presenter. That was very
Right.
nice. Anyone else? All right, if you have no other. The first presenter had a good opening, good afternoon, that's good gesture. And the communication with the audience was good. I also like the fact that you used the reference. According to this report, it gives you more reliability. And second presenter, the delivery was good. In general, the attitude was good. But when there was this one moment that you were lost at word, you were like, oh, what was that? What was that? This happens. This will always happen. Just try to not panic out at these kind of situations. You just say like, oh, at this time I just don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like around this number that we had researched, and then you just go on. That was the main point. In general, it was good. And the third and fourth presenter had the similar problem, but I think it's because we had very short time. I had a feeling that you were reading the document instead of telling us what you know. But then this is also just all solvable when you have when you do more research and you have more knowledge about about your topic. You will naturally be able to solve that, I think. So just keep in mind that you really have to try to communicate with the audience. You have to deliver what you want to say clearly to the audience. You talking blah, 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 blah for an hour without delivering nothing to the audience will mean nothing. Okay? All right, that would be it.